प्लीज म्यूट योर माइक। आपका माइक म्यूट करिए। Okay, let's the so the next term is simile. A simile is an guys, as you all know that it is an expression in which we make a comparison between two things to present an effective word picture and use such words like like and as or such. So these words are used in a situation when the comparison is made between two opposite things, like between those two types of opposite things which are completely categorically binarically opposite to each other. So when this type of comparison is done between those two opposite things, opposite ideas, and these words like as, like, and such is used, then you can say it is an example of simile. Like when like example is like when the white feet of baby beat across the grass, the little white feet nod like white flowers in a wind. So here you can focus on the word like, okay, and which is making it or differentiating it from the metaphor. Okay. So here the sentence I repeated, when the white feet of the baby, white feet of the baby, so baby's feet, you know, baby's feet, baby's feet is compared
लेकिन
with the
जब मुझको
white
लिखने का
color.
रात में बैठ गया फिर मुझको लिखती रहूंगी चला कहीं तुझे कोई कॉपी मिली नहीं पेन मिला हाँ तेरी पेन है
So I repeat the line for you again as an example of simile. When the white feet of the baby beat across the grass, the little white feet nod like white flowers in a wind. So baby's white feet is compared to the white color, okay, the whiteness and this type of and in the next, the little white feet nod like white flowers. So these little white feet of a baby, beautiful feet of a baby is again compared with the flowers. So this type of comparison, because there has to be no comparison, there should not be any comparison uh, between white feet of a baby and the flowers. So these two entities are almost like absolutely different from each other. But the poet is trying to compare these two different objects, different two things. And he is using the words like. So that is why this example is a perfect example of simile. Okay? Yes. Another example I would like to give you, like it is from the D.H. Lawrence poem Baby Running Barefoot. The example goes like this: they poise and run like puffs of wind that pass over water where the weeds are thin. Okay, so here the word like is being used, and this comparison is made. So that is why this is how like you can identify simile. Okay, then next next is metaphor. Opposite to simile, metaphor is also like simile, but in metaphor we do not have the words like as or like and such. Okay, so it is a comparison between two opposite ideas, two opposite things, two opposite objects. Okay, that is called metaphor. So as you know that the example I would like to give here, like the river sneaks its way through the mountain. The river snakes. River is not. the writer is trying to maintain the relationship and the comparison between river and snakes. River is different and snake is different, but here he is trying to say the river snakes, it's way through the mountain. So this connection, this comparison is made between these two different objects. That is why it is an example of metaphor. Another is like the the ripe pumpkins were golden idols among the corn stalks. Here also, you find this comparison, right? The ripe pumpkins were golden idols. So these ripe pumpkins were, being compared to the golden idols, right? That is an perfect example of there is a perfect example of guys, metaphor. And another example, on their shining tracks, the waiting diesel engines purred softly. Right. So this is, absolutely, different example, and this which absolutely stands for metaphor as an example. So in these above line, one thing is described as if it were something else, and the river winds through the mountain as if it were a snake, and the pumpkins were golden idols, and the diesel engine purred as if they were kittens, right? So this is how, like, the comparison is made between the two opposite ideas, two opposite objects, two opposite things. That is metaphor. Okay, guys. Then, okay, fine. So next, the figure of speech I would like to take here is synecdoche. Synecdoche is a figure of speech in which a part of an object refers to the whole or the whole of a part, right? So here in synecdoche, a part of an object, the part, like means some part of an object that refers to the whole, or if not whole, or whole to a part, right? Like example I would like to give here: has Mike got wheels? And meaning a car, a motorcycle, or bicycle. So look at skirts. Like skirt is meaning a woman, and can you spare your wallet? Like meaning some money from your wallet, right? And he is skilled at twisting another person's arm, like coercing him by moral pressure. So here, like has Mike got wheels? Wheels means here Wheels represents here motor car or motorcycle or bicycle, means some vehicle here. Okay, so this wheel as a part of the line represent some you know other thing, that is motorcycle or some vehicle. And in the next one, look at the skirt. Skirt is here. Look at that skirt. Skirt is an object that represent in the line uh, like woman, right? A person. The next in next line, can you spare your wallet? Can you spare your wallet? That wallet represents here money, right? That is in the wallet. Wallet represents money here. So this representation of another object is synecdoche. So this part of sentence represents something else. Okay, and in as in next example, he is skilled at twisting another person's arm. Means another person's arm, like this is a coercing him by moral pressure in this sentence. So this is synecdoche, my dear students. And I would like to, request you, please do read these things at your own, in your free times, and try to practice, try to read as much as, and uh, prepare for your exams, my dear students. Next is metonymy. Metonymy is also very important figure of speech in which, you know, in which the name of an attribute or adjunct is, substituted for that of the thing that, that of the thing meant you over here. Uh, like I enjoyed reading Shakespeare. So I enjoyed reading Shakespeare means we are not reading a person. We here it means like Shakespeare means like we are enjoying reading Shakespeare's works, his novels, sorry, his plays, his poems, okay, his writings. Okay, that is so if this is how metonymy works like. Okay, so metonymy is a figure of speech in which the name of name of an attribute or adjunct is substituted for that of the thing meant. Okay, and the next, like a minister of the crown. So here crown represent like king. Okay, like okay, then please clean the brass. Please clean the brass. Things made of brass means it's like that thing is made of brass. So brass means here something. My friends, next example. My friend plays Beethoven beautifully. Beethoven is a is an instrument, musical instrument. So when he says like Beethoven, Beethoven is a musical instrument over here. Okay. And the next sentence, Oval Room was the source of the Watergate. So Oval Room was the source of the Watergate means office of the President of US, which is all in shape, right? Oval Room means the office of the President of US over here in this line that represents that. So now I hope you have understood metonymy as well. Okay. Next is personification. Guys, personification is a figure of speech which is used to give human characteristics or powers or feelings to inanimate object or things or abstract qualities. Right? That is personification. In personification, as in metaphor, a comparison is implied. So the purpose of personification, like that of metaphor, is to make the description very clear and very vivid, apparently, right? Like busy old fools, unruly sun, why dost thou thus through windows and through curtain call on us? Must to thy motion lovers season run, saucy pedantic wretch go chide, late school boys, source prentices, go tell court huntsmen that kings will ride, call country ends to harvest offices, love all alike, no season knows no clime, nor hours, days, months, which are the wrecks of time. So, like guys, these are the lines or the stanza from John Donne's very famous poem, The Sun Rising. As you all know, John Donne is a metaphysical poet, and this is also a very famous metaphysical poem, wherein this repetition of this personification as a literary device is being used by John Donne. So busy old fool unruly sun. So he is addressing or he is trying to or he has infested sun with human qualities. That is why it is called personification. So sun is being treated as a human being, that someone who comes at the door and disturbs a poet. Okay, so guys, that is for the day today, and in the next class we will discuss another topic. If you have any doubts, you can talk to me. You can ask your doubts and all. Yes, please.